Welcome to your monthly focus, February 2020. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you, Tilly, for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. Now, February 2020 carries a 6 energy with it, so we will be looking at our routines, our health and well-being collectively. Also, 6 is the universal number for love. So we'll be growing relationships, falling in love with things, following our passions, stepping into our passions, our love for ourselves, for other people, for the things that we want in our life. Absolutely. Some of the things that will be happening for the month of February when we look at the astrology, Mercury. Well, we start off with the sun in Aquarius. So we're looking for the unique, the different, the new, the original, and how to bring that into our lives in one way or another. We'll find out as we hit the cards. Mercury goes into Pisces on February, I think the 3rd, followed by Venus moving into Aries. So Mercury going into Pisces, it's kind of we can kind of get dreamy in our talk, in what we want. It's a beautiful time to have that conversation with yourself of seeing the potential of your tomorrow and where you can grow it. It can bring magic to our words, almost a spirituality in our flow of how we talk, of what we do in order to go forward. So we could be a little bit more creative with our dream, our desires. Venus going into Aries, it wants love, it wants it now, it wants it exciting, it wants it new. We're kind of the warrior in love. We want to change it and make it sparkle, and it's like new love, new beginnings, new starts. So we're looking for the new experiences. We're looking to be wowed, to be swept off our feet. And so we also need to look at how to sweep somebody off their feet and show them love as well. We have the full moon then in Leo at 20 degrees. I believe our full moon for our eclipse, our lunar eclipse, was at 20 degrees as well. So there's a pattern here that we have to pay attention to, that it really attaches to that energy. So if you need to review that video of the lunar eclipse, then by all means, please go back. I think January the 10th. That doesn't sound right. Maybe. Around January the 10th, look for one of my videos, scroll through the specials perhaps, and you'll be able to visit back to that energy and how it portrays in this energy going forward, how we are growing, stepping into that energy at a different level. Mars, I believe, then moves into Capricorn. So when Mars moves into Capricorn, we become a little bit more strategic. We want to do the steps. We want to follow through. We want to have the order. We want to be successful the first time around. Then we'll have Mercury going retrograde, although from the beginning of February all to this point of February 16th, we will be in shadow. So we will be revisiting this part of our walk with Mercury during this time, and coming back stronger and more knowledgeable than ever before. The sun will then move into Pisces, so happy birthday, Pisces. I think right after that, shortly after that, we've got Saturn and Neptune talking together in a very harmonious way. So the dreams, be careful not to get caught up in the illusions. We want the expansion of our dreams, of our spirituality. It will all be exploding inside of us. So it'll be a very magical, spiritual time for us. And then we will enter the new moon in Pisces at 4 degrees. And if you remember way back in December 26th, when we had the solar eclipse, it was at 4 degrees. Our last new moon was at 4 degrees. And now here we are with this moon at 4 degrees on February the 23rd. And I believe believe that is an 11 energy with the numerology. So before we get any further and we turn to the cards, remember, I do love you. Welcome, Gemini. Let's get right to the cards, shall we? I'll cut the deck. And our first card is the World card. Wow. Okay, so we have the World card. It's all about getting ready to go forward. It really is for you. It is about closing doors, closing things behind you. Taurus had this card too. So you and Taurus are very much aligned in needing to put closure and healing. Closure, definitely. Completion, definitely. Okay, we are at the end of a chapter. We are ready. We are starting a whole new chapter of our life. It's time to make sure that we are not taking these things forward with us as we move along our path, most definitely. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, for you, the successes that you are really stepping into is very much could be a step up from what you've already been doing. The growth that you've already had. So if you've been working in a job for a while and you're up for a promotion, chances are you're going to get that promotion so long as you show the knowledge and the wisdom that you already bring to the table. You're very spiritual for this month. Okay, there's a connection there that you will know the words or you will get messages. Pay attention to your dreams, waking and sleeping, those little aha moments throughout this month. It will open up new perceptions of what you're capable of you know, your power, your strength. This is making something solid. This is making something that it will be secure for many years to come. So that could be something with the completion. Maybe you've been looking at different investment packages or, you know, different ways of bringing in security into your life and making the decision. And whatever decisions that you make, they'll be strong by this point, okay? It's almost like you've already done all the research or something towards something. And now it's time to really take it to the next level. And to define what that next level is for you, and to be very aware of your talents and abilities you are bringing into it. And we have the Knight of Wands. My goodness. Well, as we're leaving January, when I'm actually doing this video for you, he's the star card. He keeps showing up and showing up and showing up. So this energy for you is particularly important because this is a time when you need to really pause and reflect on how you got to now and how you want to grow once again, what you want to step into, the path that you want to lay in wait for you, to make it straight, to have the wisdom, to have the guidance and protection needed to go forward. The Ace of Pentacles. Something should be coming to you that opens the door for you. Now, you may not even have known this door existed prior to now, or that you were in line for this door to open for you, or, you know, it could seemingly come as almost like a gift to you in order to move you forward in the direction that you really want to take in life, what you have been affirming, what you have been praying for, what you have been trying to manifest. And this could be some kind of helping hand, so to speak. It could come in the form of money, but more often than not, it comes almost as somebody's moving out of the neighborhood. They're moving countries because of their job. They have to sell their car. They have to sell it quick. They're willing to take a cut in it and just like getting the value of it so that they can go and be done with it. And you need a car like that, but you couldn't afford the price point of just buying it. So this person is taking it down to the minimum level just to move it like instantly. And you heard of it first and you get the opportunity to buy that car. It's a lot of things like that. Or, you need a new wardrobe for the new job that you want, or the interviews that you're going to be having, and somebody from 3 floors up or three doors down comes over and knocks at your door and says, "Oh, we're about the same size, so I was wondering if you'd like." I've been cleaning my closets out. They've been cleaning out the clutter too. And they've got a whole bunch of clothes. And if you don't want them, then, if you wouldn't mind handing them off to somebody else that might be able to use them, or drop them off at a Goodwill or a charity outlet, or there's so many of them. There's so many of them that make a difference. So it's those kind of things. You open up the bag and it's like perfectly your size, your styles that you like. It really fits for the occasion, and you have what you need without having to put out any money. That kind of stuff happens to you, and that'll just happen to you. That'll happen to all the Geminis out there. They'll get these little gifts, these like, you won't believe what happened to me today stories. We have the Three of Pentacles. So you have been working hard. You've been applying yourself lately, and it matters. Okay. It matters because those people that you didn't think were watching were in fact watching. Maybe that's how this opportunity arises, a promotion out of nowhere, or a job opportunity out of nowhere, or a new relationship perhaps out of nowhere. So keep doing what you're doing. Okay, this card is very much about don't stop now. You're almost there, right? They always say that the miracle that should have happened was 10 seconds before we quit, right? Or 10 seconds after we quit, right? You were just almost there. So I know I said that completely wrong, but you know what I mean by that. So that's what matters. I usually say words wrong. That's part of who I am. Queen of Wands. So, you've been weighing things out. This isn't, once again, this is something almost predictable, so long as you keep doing what you're doing. So what you are asking for, what kind of joy or experience or opportunity that you've been trying to step into, you have been weighing it out. And it's this great thought that you've been putting into it that will make it so magical going forward. Okay, Queen of Wands is a queen of action. She wants to get going, but she's not going to get going until she knows all the facts, that she has kind of ruled over this decision. When she starts to act, the help comes out of the woodwork. Everybody will want to be around you. Everybody will want a piece of what you're feeling, what you're doing, what you're creating, what you're inventing, who you're becoming. She brings great energy and she shines over you this month. And we look at this, the Emperor. So it is about the plan. It is about the strategy. The Emperor never hopes and dreams and fantasizes that something's going to happen in this kingdom. He plans it. He gets the right people around him with the right information, the right know-how, the skills, and he puts it all together and he masterminds it into something that becomes tangible. There's a belief and there's a knowing. So it's almost like you take that belief into a knowing. You know it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when, and you are setting that timetable. So I think you have a very strong, positive month ahead of you where you could accomplish so much. Remember, you can't take everything with you. You have to open up room for experience to come to you. Okay? Reflect on what you have right now and give thanks for it. Be thankful for it. Do that gratitude journal. Absolutely. And ask for the protection and the map to your future forward. For goodness sakes, keep doing what you're doing. It's getting you where you need to go. And with the Emperor, you can kind of say, I've checked off this box. I've checked off this box. I've done this. I've done that. And so now all I need to do is this, and I'm ready to leap into my future. We have the Knight of Cups, okay? It's all about doing what you love, what brings you happiness, what brings you joy. So, for work and career, what defines you as a person, there has to be a harmony there, or things may change radically for you, or you will look to make that change in your life. You won't be content with just going in and doing your job and leaving at the end of the day. There's got to be some kind of passion involved. And maybe you go in search of that passion. Maybe you keep your ears open for an invitation to step into that passion, that desire. Maybe it's a way of, it could be a new home-based business that you never thought you would be able to put together, or had the time, or had the energy. And now all of a sudden that opens up for you. Something will open up for you, absolutely. That's part of it. So pay attention to what is happening around you, what is being offered to you, what you're hearing about. It's kind of like, somebody commented on my jewelry and how unique it can be sometimes. And I'll go to all the fairs, and then all of a sudden a necklace will call out to me, or a pair of earrings, out of all 4 fairs. I don't buy a lot, but what I buy is just like, and it says to me right when I look at that jewelry, it says, if you keep walking, you'll never ever find me again. So it could be that with something that you really want, and you're not sure whether or not to really step into it. You might really want to look long and hard at stepping into it, because some opportunities, like the beautiful, unique piece of jewelry, may never really come around again in the same format for you. So be very aware of that. You may be rethinking a lot of what you are doing now and how you really want to go forward. Maybe within that, and just enhancing it in some own personal way, or taking it to a whole other level. Relationships. We have the Wheel of Fortune for relationships. So if you we're moving. This is a change. This is a progression. And this is always good news. So I would have to think that for you right now, you're kind of moving into a world of people. Like, it's more than one. It's like a whole new village, or a whole new tribe. I kind of got this for Taurus too, but in a whole different sense. Yours is walking into the experience, being open to the experience, and letting it happen for you. So I don't know, maybe you've always played drums or something, and somebody says, oh man, we play every weekend, and our drummer is going to be out of town or something. Could you fill it? And you say, yeah, why not? And you get signed up, and the guy hears that you were just the stand-in drummer, and the guy says, no, I want you. And away you go in a whole new lifestyle. I don't know what'll happen to you, but that's how it's something that you've always done. It's something that you have a talent in. So if you already know how to play the drums, then that very well could happen to you. Who knows? Do not predict, right? It's only, the glass ceiling is only where we put it. Okay. This is about new experiences. It's also about walking away from some experiences in relationships. Walking into new experiences within relationship. You might meet the love of your life. You may be taking a relationship to a much deeper level. Maybe there's a proposal, or you're moving in together, or you're deciding to grow a family together, or there's going to be some major life change between the two of you that grows you deeper, that takes you to a new level, that opens up new doors of joy and happiness for you. We have the Justice card. This is, once again, it's about cutting away the old. Remember, we started with the World card there. It's cutting away what is no longer useful to you in order to go forward. Milo and Dylan, stop, please. They're playing. I pray. I please believe me when I say they're having the time of their life. The Justice card is about making that 110% commitment to you, your dreams, your goals, your desires, what you want to step into, what you want to do going forward, what is, maybe your destiny, a career choice, your stature within the community, what you do, how you do it. Very much making a commitment to following through, pushing yourself through the obstacles, meeting the challenges. Um, at some point this month, I would almost think that there's this like kind of primal energy coming out of you, and wanting to get to the bottom of things, the truth of things, of where you want to go, of who you want to be going forward. There's kind of a primal, strong energy that, because we have the Justice card, the World card, the Emperor. The Emperor is strong. Then nobody tells the Emperor that he's wrong. You may advise him of something different, but do not ever tell the Emperor, if you have half a brain, that they're wrong, because they're never wrong. But there might be another perception that they haven't thought of yet. It's always a possibility. And we have the Seven of Cups. Quiet the confusion. I'm listening to the dogs out there, and I'm thinking of this card, and it's quiet the confusion. So Dylan and Milo read this card for you today. Brought to you today by Dylan. It's about quieting the confusion of all the different choices of what other people think of who you should be, and what you should stand for, and where you should work, and how you should earn a living. Who you should date, who you should marry, who you should have children with, who you should partner with, who you should go into business with, who you should jog with, what kind of lifestyle you have. It's kind of like you got to kind of quiet the chaos all around you for the month of February, and really narrow it down to, I want to do this, this, and this. So everything else, and let's see what I need to invite back into my life, perhaps. It's almost like clearing off the table of responsibilities and obligations, except for the ones that have the utmost priority to you in your life right now, and seeing what else you have to invite back in. So if you come home from work and you Netflix binge and you don't get some of your things done, then cut out the Netflix binging and seeing if you really need to go back to that. Invite it. Maybe it was taking you to a level where you could relax and get refocused to step into something. Maybe it was actually a tool for you. Maybe it wasn't a negative. But you see then what is important in your life, what has value in your life, and what is weighing you down, holding you down, pulling you back. Full moon will be in your third house. So it is about your voice. It's about what you are saying. You're probably having the conversations, and be careful about the conversations, because Mercury will be in retrograde on the 16th. So we are in shadow of the retrograde for the first half of the month. The second half of the month, we are in total retrograde of Mercury. So we have to really think about, remember we have the Emperor there. So we do have this of thinking about what we really want to say, what we want to express. And this computer, I think if I continue, it'll allow it. So I'm just going to carry on here because I'm almost done. The Emperor, you have the Emperor energy. Think things through, make the plan, especially when it comes to your voice and what you are trying to communicate with others. Greatly important for you. Another thing is the new moon that will be happening at the end of the month. I believe that is in Pisces. That is in your 10th house. So that is work and career. That is stepping into new beginnings, new starts. So think about where you really want to go this month. You are actually creating the path on which to walk into your dreams going forward. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.